Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
This man.
I will legit disappear off the face.
Hey.
I'm just saying, I will legit disappear off the face of the earth
No.
if it ever came down to that, all right?
Big Claw, quiet. Quiet down.
I just want you to know that.
You just said Big Cloud quiet.
He ain't talking to me. He ain't talking to me.
Are you sure about that?
He ain't talking
I'm
to me.
definitely talking to you, you fucking fraud.
He ain't talking to me, yeah. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 207.
Yeah, exactly.
You know I gotta do it. Yeah, you guys go behind the scenes that I did there. But what's going on, y'all? Welcome to episode 207 of the RGD podcast. We in here. What an interesting week. Very interesting week. Lots of news. A lot of stuff to cover. You know, one particular guy on this panel today is like grinning from ear to ear for one particular reason. Like he legit. Damn. You ever see that movie Casino? That old movie Casino, you know, Joe Pesci? This man Red Hood going out here like, damn, Joe Pesci. Over here in the movie, man. He over here collecting his money, winning bets over one particular film or one particular game. Ironically, I had to review it. Good on you, Red Hood, even though you came to me, you know, it was like late. You was like, a big cloud, man, seriously. Honest opinion, before your video goes out. Is this game, do you think this game's going to hit 80? I'm like, bro, it'd be lucky to hit a damn 50 or 60. And
I knew it was trash. I made my first video about that. I was like,
then it hits
Anubis was trying to like get out of it. I was like, no, I'm staying.
Yeah, it's bad. Anubis went out bad. But nah, But talk, shout out to everybody in the chat. What's going on? I'll get to you guys in a second. Hope you guys doing well. Thanks for joining us this evening. Let's go ahead and get into the panel real quick. Actually, in fact, before we get in the panel, let's go ahead and do the chat. Let's go ahead and do that because you guys are here. We got to acknowledge the chat first. What up, Jerry? I see you, my brother. What up, Donald? John the Don. Shout out to you for becoming a member for 9 months or for being a channel member for 9 months. I appreciate the support. Thank you. Mr. Rios, what up? Corey Ford, what up? Cage in the building, what's up? Cassie, what's going on? We got Next Gen Canada, or Next Gen Gaming Canada, what's going on? We got, who else in here? Ari, his partner in crimes, in the chat, what's going on? We got Sean joining us. We got Hustle and Motivate, my brother, good to see you. Arturo, what's up? Been a minute. And I think that's everybody. What's up? Good to see y'all. So, let's get to the intros for the panel real quick. Of course, you already know, Big Cloud Gaming. I'm joined by Red Hood 420. So what's up to the people?
What's up? What's up? It's a good day. It's a good day.
Joyous day, huh? Yeah.
A joyous day. Got a free game. I'm a happy camper. And I've been saying it for a while. Gotham Knights. Yeah. Enough said. Listen. Like, I get it. People, want to believe in the game was going to be good because there hasn't been a game for DC since like 2015. But bro, it is what it is. It's a bad game. Get over it. Move on. Like, I feel like game's now been talked to death, which we'll probably talk about one more time. But that's like, honestly, it's funeral. So we're giving it like, some flowers, and it's just going to go in the dirt.
We like to, well, we'll get to that in a second. Blaze, you back?
I've been back.
There he is. Blaze 4K, what's up?
What's up, brother? Mother?
Playing that Call of Duty, I see. You and Strickland. What's up?
Yeah, that's cool. It's definitely a more deeper Call of Duty campaign than I thought. Like, at first, it starts off as just like a traditional, but it gets pretty interesting. But yeah.
All right. So, let's get into today's show, man. Wow, lots happened. A lot has really, really happened, and very, very cool about it. You know what? Let's start with the heat. Let's just go ahead and start with the heat real quick. Blaze. Remember that conversation we had on the show about a certain controller? Price tag wise?
Yeah, what about it?
Then we all call it $200.
I think I called it.
I definitely called it as well. $200. Thank you very much.
Hey, you can't call everything. You can't be right away. I called it.
I said it was $200 when we was talking about the price hike. You jerk. What are you talking about? Someone surprised. It was $200.
I don't know. I would have to go back and watch.
Chat. I think, dude, people from the chat can pull up those.
I'm gonna say you pull out the receipt. I said it during that when the price hike. I wouldn't be surprised. I expected it to be $200. Anyway, the price got revealed. Fucking trash bag. It's $200. It drops in January, I believe they said. And this cost a lot of, it resulted in a lot of drama over the price. People are like, oh, Sony, how can you release this super overpriced controller? Yeah, dudes comparing it to a standard Nintendo Pro controller.
Because Nintendo calls it controller the Pro controller, even though it's just
a
standard controller. Yeah,
it's a standard controller. But I don't like I said, this is why I made a little clip about it. I don't understand why anybody's surprised when Pro controllers are traditionally around $150 to $200 plus all the time. So I don't know why this is a big issue. Like, it's not an expensive controller. This is what Pro controllers are going for. Like, it's a normal fucking price. Like, I don't understand why you guys are crying about it.
I mean, $200. Okay, $200 for a scuff-like controller in this case. Their version of it. If I remember correctly, the controllers that we have right now, Blaze, cost us like $300, but we got it for free. And that was from HexGaming. You know what I mean? So they're right in the middle of the third party that are charging way more for them.
Way more, and the that Edge controller is going to be better than the HexGaming.
I have fun, yeah. Just by the way the paddles look, they look actually better than the ones we got because it's like a big, molded part on it, like the way it looks on the Hex. This one's more seamless. You know what I mean? It's more fleshed. Like you get more of a grip. So I don't think it's gonna have any issues whatsoever.
The only problem with the controllers, I think there should have been 2 back paddles on the left and 2 back paddles on the right, so a total of 4 back paddles. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why they put two. I don't know why they opted for that.
Yeah.
But that's like the only complaint really about the controller.
Nah, people were complaining. They were asking for them to bring back. Y'all remember that little accessory they brought up? They came out with for the DualShock 4, the little one that goes on the back place that plugs in. And has little buttons. People were asking for that to come back instead of them launching this. I'm like, bro, this is no.
Wait, do I sound off to you guys?
Hey,
no, I don't. Sounds fine right now.
Hey, it's fine.
Oh, they're saying I sound like I'm in the Matrix or something. I don't know if it's Discord or what, but see what I'm saying? Like, that's Discord. But yeah, no, that controller is a beast of a controller, bro, and I love the way it looks, all that. But the two paddle things, it's like whatever. If it was 4, it would be cool. Beast I only usually use 2 anyway.
They say you sound like Neo. Hold up.
It's saying for both me and Blaze.
Do they, huh? Let me turn it down a little bit. How about now? See something?
Hello?
Too much echo. See, it's on you, BitCloud. Fix it.
Oh, it's on me, huh? How about now? Should be better.
Better?
Test.
Yeah, it should be better. It should be better. That should have fixed it.
But yeah, that little extension, people were crying about that extension. That little extension was okay, but it sucked.
Yeah.
Honestly. It's not... I reviewed it. I felt like it was cool for just like a little attachment, but... yeah, that little extension was not anything to hit home about. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah, I didn't think that was actually going to be like a big seller, but it actually ended up selling pretty good.
You know what they're doing, BitCloud, right? The Xbox Elite controller now, they're selling the same controller, but it's not coming with the paddles, anything extra at all, not a case, nothing. It's just coming with the standard controller.
Because you're just getting that. And that's the basic thing.
And that's coming for like $100 and I don't know, what is it, $125?
Yeah, because
so people are saying, "Oh my God, PlayStation's selling a controller for $200." When the Elite controller has been that price for the longest, they just had a price cut on it, and they're saying, "Look, people don't need a charging wireless magnetic dock. They don't need all these
carrying case to keep it safe.
Yeah,
they don't need all this stuff.
So we'll cut costs and sell a controller for $125." But that doesn't mean that Microsoft's initial price still right now, if you want the original Elite Series 2 with the wireless dock and all that, that shit's $200.
It's like $200. Yeah. Yeah, it's no surprise. No surprise whatsoever. It's going to be interesting to see how Scuff comes into play. Because remember how Scuff came out with those different molded...
Oh, they still got them.
No, but I'm talking about that other one. But you know, like they redid the PS4 controller one. Like it looked like a 360 style. You know what I mean? Like the way they...
they got them for PS5 now, too. Strictly got 2 of them.
Oh, did they? No, we'll see. There you go. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do it. I mean, I'm excited for it. It looks good. Are you guys still getting it? $200 for a Edge controller? Or you guys...
It's a day one buy, bro.
Getting it? All right.
Anybody that's complaining about that controller, they clearly don't buy Elite controllers. If they've bought an Elite controllers, then they wouldn't complain at all. They'd be like, yeah, that's a normal price.
But
if you haven't bought an Elite controller, then you would probably think it's expensive, but it's really not. And then the other thing I want to say is like that the other thing is like you don't have to buy that controller. This is not for you. Like if you're a person that never used paddles, don't play competitive shooters with paddles, and you don't need to even need to look its way. Just look past it.
Yeah.
No, it's a premium controller. Like it's for like the hardcore audience.
Yeah.
And that's like the upper echelon of gaming. Like a fight stick. Like fight sticks are also pretty expensive as well. Like
So they just launched a new one. They're about to launch a new one. They announced it.
Oh, it's like you don't see people complaining about that. It's like
you see people complaining about buying a $300 keyboard because it's got squishy keys or red, switches or like all
Cherry MX switches. Yeah.
All these people, everybody will make excuses for the shit they want to buy, but as soon as there's something that they're not interested in, they'll say it's overpriced. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I know when you look at it and you say, wow, how can a controller be $200 when the console costs $400 or $500, depending on which one you have?
Right.
So I understand when you look at it from that aspect, but again, like traditionally over the last 6-7 years, pro controllers from the Astro all the way down, they've all been that price or around that price. It's not a surprising thing at all.
Oh yeah, that's facts. Especially with mouse as well. You know, your new mice, like the mouse you keep.
Bro,
yeah.
my Viper Ultimate from Razer was $200 at the time, 180 something dollars.
Right, dude was damage showing your video though. That's like, oh, you didn't pay $200 for that mouse. I'm like, oh god, here we
100%
go.
I did.
No, but dudes in the chat was
That's
like,
a $200 mice.
Yeah.
They just, you know why? They probably thought I was just saying that to make a point. Like, no, go look it up. It's really not that hard.
Yeah,
Blaze tends to buy expensive things.
a lot expensive.
Shout out to Lobo for being a member for 2 months. Nah, Blaze, everyone out here is brokey. Lobo, if you haven't noticed, you've been kicked out of the Discord. You know how to get back in. If you haven't noticed. Thank you for being a member of RGT, brother.
Why you tell that to Lord?
I don't think he did notice.
Anyway, $200 for the PlayStation Edge controller. I want to know anybody in the chat. Y'all getting it? Me? I'm definitely getting that. Yeah, there's $200 mouses, Sean. There's $200 mouses. There's also that one where it's like inverted, right? Where it's like this. You know what I'm talking about? That one that's on the desk like inverted. Like they have like a lot of crazy mouses that are like in
Bro, that's on the cheaper side.
Yeah.
There's a lot more expensive shit out there.
Yep.
And I didn't buy that mouse because it was $200. I bought that mouse because it was a wireless mouse.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I thought that was dope. A wireless mouse that can compete with a wired mouse, right?
Yeah.
And it had a dock, and it was just, fuck it, I bought it. But
Yeah. Aside from that, yeah, that's definitely for sure. The only thing I would have to say I'm a little worried about for that particular controller is the thumbsticks. Like, do they the analog sticks? Do they have the replacements there day one? You know what I mean? That you can buy day one. That's the only thing. But we'll see how that goes. Moving on from that, holy hell! Where do I start? Where do I start? I was waiting for Hunter to get in here for me to get into this one, so I'll talk about that. Let's start with the one that broke the internet, man. Two things that broke the internet. I'm gonna start with Silent Hill, man. Silent Hill has officially been shown. The rumor's true. It's not Hideo Kojima, though. Obviously, it is Bloober Team. If I remember correctly, it's Bloober Team. And
yeah.
And they are remaking Silent Hill 2. Game looks good. We didn't really see no crazy gameplay or nothing like that. We saw snippets of it. Like we saw like the dev with like running it on the computer or whatnot. Him turning the camera. It looked really, really good in those aspects for everything we're seeing. The soundtrack's going to be amazing from what we're hearing. And I'm very, very excited about it. And there was a few announcements that made me laugh. Obviously, we watched it live, but I was like, bro, why are we talking about a movie? I thought we were past this. I hated the Silent Hill movie. Like, I liked the first one.
It's the same director, right?
Yeah, the first one was good. Second one was like, why? Now he's making a third. It's like, why? You don't need to redeem yourself. Let's just leave this alone. But they're doing that. And there's that. And also, it was another IP, right? It was another one they showed.
There was like two other ones.
Yeah.
There's one that I think is episodic.
Yeah.
And then there's one that's like, I don't even know what to call it, a web series thing.
It's like your
Bad
decisions.
Robot.
Yeah, it's like your decisions
it's
make
J.J.
your ultimate.
Abrams' team along with some other teams. And then
Yeah.
the other one is a Japanese development studio that, they're the same people that did RE-verse.
Yeah.
So
My thing is this, though. Why a movie? Why not just turn it into a TV show? Like, everything's getting, like, very successful with TV shows. Like, you saw the Chucky movie, and the Chucky series and all that. Why not just do that with a TV show? No,
I don't know. Bro, I gotta say this, though, for Silent Hill 2. I'm like, I gotta say this because PlayStation fans are hyping it up. If you guys were giving slander to Bloober, just realize Bloober is the same team that did The Medium and Blair Witch.
Oh.
So I'm just saying, keep expectations in check. It could be a good game.
No. See,
there you go, y'all.
See, people,
there you go.
no, listen. I do agree on somewhat what you're saying, right? People are excited for Silent Hill, even though I think a lot of you, I say 65% of you haven't even fucking played Silent Hill. That's just the truth. But everybody wants to be excited. You know, it's the Kojima effect. You know, it's PT at the end of the game, and it says Silent Hills. That whole there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of hype for different reasons. But I will say this: it doesn't matter what they previously made, right? They're under the Sony umbrella now. Number one, quality control has gone up, right? Secondly, you have the blueprint and the assets to remake a game. Just remake the game.
There's that too.
All they got to worry about is putting in the animations and the visuals. If everything's gonna stay the same, if it's a remake, if it's a true remake, you got the blueprint. Just build it.
I'm hoping that's the case, but you never know, man. Like, it feels like the best remakes are happening this gen, but like previously, like remakes are pretty difficult for a lot of studios to do, and that's why people give kudos like Bluepoint and even like Resident Evil, and so it's just like, I don't know, man. Bloober has been a lot of misses, man. So I will say I can agree to the point that Sony likes to do quality, right? But they also do deals like, was it Godfall?
Yeah.
All Stars or whatever.
Yeah, but
So
Godfall wasn't.
it's a timed exclusive.
It
Yeah,
was
but
hard.
that's not. They're not under the umbrella of PlayStation.
Yeah, that's kind of something.
That's just like a little third party.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
That's
But technically,
totally
it is
different,
third
right?
party too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this is a true Godfall was on. Isn't Godfall now on
PC.
on PC too? Oh, it
Yeah,
was
but
always on PC.
this game is also coming to PC as well.
Bro, I listen. Like I said, you're not gonna compare Godfall, a spin-off trash game.
Okay, but I'm telling you, I'm just saying too. You got to also look at the previous works too. Like I think that is justified to bring up previous works like Blair Witch and The Medium.
Okay.
Because those are
That's-
really bad, right?
Those
we
are
could
really
say-
bad. But
Yeah.
I'll make a bet with you that Silent Hill 2 scored an 89 on Metacritic, damn near a 90, right? Okay, so Silent Hill 1 was mediocre to me. I only played Book of Memories, which was on the Vita, but Silent Hill 2 was a classic game. It was a really good game. And I'm just telling you that I absolutely agree that expectations should be in check, but I just think with the whole hype around this game and all the marketing that's going to go into this game, I think it'll be a slow burn and they'll take their time and put out a quality product. And I'm willing to put money on that too.
Yeah, they kind of obviously they didn't have like the crazy gameplay to show, but they had like they were like, hey guys,
They showed the
amplify.
motion cap.
Yeah, they showed that, but they was like, amplify your experience right now, guys. Go to our merch shop, buy our t-shirts, buy our statues. I'm like, really? You can't show me gameplay, but you can show me statues and memorabilia to sell. Come on, let's not do
And the
this.
Medium
Let's not
had
do
good
this.
concepts to it.
Yeah.
Right? It had like the ideas were, were cool. It just wasn't executed well at all.
Yeah.
Like I said, I gotta see the combat. I think that's the number one thing for me when it comes to, I guess.
It looks
making
kind of like
that
Resident
bet.
Evil 4 from what we saw on the PC, like the little demo on the dude that was running. It has like elements of Resident Evil 4. It looked like the way like the camera moved and he was with the gun. But I agree with you. Absolutely, we do need to see gameplay of it.
I mean, Red Hood plays weeaboo games, so
Oh my god.
can we really take his opinion?
Listen. Blaze ain't gonna tell you guys, but he'll be getting a certain game in summer of next year. That's all I gotta say.
Uh-oh.
No, I won't, sir.
Yes, you will.
Shout out to Hustle and Motivate, being a channel member for 11 months. Appreciate you, my dude. Thank you. Oh, man.
Huh.
Callisto
Let me throw up the-
Protocol.
huh.
Callisto Protocol is gone gold, Blaze.
Nope.
Joyous day. And they confirmed, bro. 60 frames per second.
That definitely was a
lot.
shot at like Plague Tale and Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
See, you think it's a shot, right? But
It is a shot.
every game up until Gotham Knights, for the most part, and I mean 95% of games that came out, were running at a 60 FPS or had a option for performance mode. Every single one. So it could be perfect timing or it could be a little shot to them. But you know what? I said this a while ago. I said don't get used to 60 FPS because eventually these developers are going to want to push the envelope.
I've been saying
me-
that a while, Blaze. Yeah, I agree with that.
don't get used to 60 FPS because, like, yeah, right now those cross-gen games, they're getting 60 FPS and stuff, but eventually, right, they're gonna want to utilize the PS5 to its full potential when it comes to the visuals. I'm not talking about performance. I'm not talking about 60 FPS. I'm talking about pushing the envelopes in terms of animation base or putting shit in the game that you haven't seen before.
Yeah, well, funny you said that because God of War Ragnarok, they confirmed that it has a 60 FPS performance
And
mode,
120.
has a 120 as well, and 4K 30. So,
And 40.
Yeah,
And 40.
and 40.
4K 40.
So, I don't know, man. I have hope. I have hope that we'll get
Yeah,
it.
but
I
that's a
wanted to mention-
cross-gen game as well. Big Cloud.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
it
saying.
Yeah.
But the 4K
Sure.
40 and 120, you have to have a TV that
HDMI
supports 2.1.
Yeah, 2.1.
So, but I wanted to mention what Blaze was
Oh,
saying.
you won't have that option, Big Cloud. See what I'm saying?
He
though?
definitely won't.
Fucking
You definitely
bitch.
will. He'll get 60. But I think like what you mentioned, Blaze, and I said this for a minute, is the reason why they're gonna push the envelope is because marketing. You can't show a game that's 60 FPS in terms of marketing, especially let's say there's a video game you want to show off at a football game. You know, like you can't show 60 FPS. The only way
No, but
can show
you
60
can't
FPS.
show it, but you can
Yeah.
definitely add it. Hey.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
can definitely add in the text 60 FPS mode.
Yeah, but
multiple
that
performance
does the
modes.
casual audience really know what 60 FPS is though?
No,
Yeah,
it's not the point.
Not really,
It's not the
but,
point, right, Hood?
yeah.
Like people, like I said, when people are like, oh, we play plenty of games at 30 FPS, Blaze. What are you talking about? Yeah, that was the PS4. That was in 2013. Your expectations in 2013 on a PS4 console that just released, that was already underpowered from the get-go, was those expectations were different. Like people weren't worrying about,
Yeah.
wow, 60 FPS. People were like, wow, look at these games. Wow, they're so beautiful, right? But now expectations right out the gate on the PS5, you see Demon Souls, you see Assassin's Creed Valhalla, all these games, big open world games that are 60 FPS. Our expectations are different this generation around. So when
But
we
I
think
think-
of next gen, we don't just think of graphics anymore. People are thinking of performance.
Yeah, but I feel like when we're in a podcast and when we're talking about this on Twitter, like those are like the hardcore gamers. A lot of the casual gamers I know that, and you probably know, don't really talk about 60 FPS. They really don't. And the reason why they're going to push the envelope is because they can push visual fidelity in terms of ads, in terms of like stuff that comes from movies, dude. Even like freaking PlayStation shows it when there's an Uncharted movie, and then they show like the Uncharted collection and all that. Like like it's going to happen. PlayStation could be an outlier, and then they'll be like, okay, we'll still have options for 60, but I can totally see 60 FPS going into 1080p resolution as a result.
What up, Corbin Dallas? Yeah, I agree. Good point. Good point.
Like,
good point.
and one of the reasons I left, and you probably left, I don't know, like, but for me, when it came to around 2016 for getting a gaming PC, is I kind of knew the direction that most game developers wanted to go is pushing fidelity. I wanted more frames per second, as well as getting good visual fidelity and like maxing out games, and that's why I went with a gaming PC. Now a lot of people are going to agree with me, and they like consoles, but that's the reason why I went there, especially free online and mods.
Yeah.
But the marketing wants to push the fidelity.
No, you're right. Absolutely, bro. I agree with that. No, when it comes to marketing, you're 100% right. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. No. But there's that. Resident Evil 4 Blaze. I know you saw it. I gotta go to you first. How you feel, bro? The remake.
I think it looks. I think people forgot all about that game, and then they showed it off again, and people are like, "Wow."
Yeah.
That's what I think happened. I think people really forgot that game was like actually coming, and it really looks like they
Changed
definitely
everything.
Polished. Yeah,
Yeah.
they polished it up a little bit, and it's looking really, really good.
How you feel
It's
about
looking really, really good.
the damage, like the bullet damage? I was shocked.
Shocked by in what way?
Like the way
Like
they
you see
react.
bullet holes,
Like you see
too.
bullet holes in the way they react.
and blood.
Yeah.
Bro, listen. That's the type of shit that should be updated and should be
Yeah.
added onto a game like that. Where like, what I mean? Like, what else can they do in the game other than increase the level of immersion, increase the level of detail? Like they should be doing. I commend them for that type of shit.
Yeah.
You see stupid shit like, oh my god, we can't let the little wolf go now. He's just dead. Like, honestly, listen, I know that's like a memorable scene to some people, like letting the little wolf go, but seeing the wolf completely slaughtered with a trap stuck on him. That sets the tone even harder than letting a wolf go.
It kind of gets rid of that kitty type tone, like, you know what I mean, like him.
It's campy. It was a little bit campy.
Because like you mean to tell me this wolf remembers you and he comes back out of nowhere when you're fighting I forgot the name of it, but the big troll thing, and he like howls and like distracts it. It's like, no, that doesn't make sense. I never understood that at all for that game, but
that's the tone. Looks awesome. He's all mangled. You know what I mean? Like you're walking past that wolf saying, "Wow, all right, shit's about to get real." Like,
bro,
there's
the player
traps
models,
out here. What's out here?
The player models look incredible. Like Ashley, they did everything right. It looks amazing. I can't wait till you get to that part. I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all remember Salazar is the right-handed Salazar, the super fast insect thing. How's he gonna look? You know what I mean? How's the fight between you and the tall guy with the one eye? How's that gonna go? You know, it's gonna be.
And Ada playing a huge part now.
Yes.
To, 4, right?
What was his name? Krauser.
Yeah.
Krauser. Also, I mean, it's gonna be. Dude, I can't wait. Play that game. Oh man, why can't it drop already? I'm so excited.
Yeah, you're gonna see. Yeah, it comes out in March, right? So it's gonna be dope.
Did they change the voice actor for the merchant? Did y'all notice something? Was it the same voice actor?
I don't know. I was wondering whether or not Leon was the same voice actor for Resident Evil 2 remake, because I swear, like, I'm just like, dude, I got no clue. I'm going back and forth thinking. But he sounds pretty similar to me in terms of the merchant, though.
Bruh, that's crazy. Oh my god. Then there was a scene where Red Hood couldn't believe where he deflects the chainsaw.
Yeah, I was like, dude, if it's an indestructible knife, because I saw just an image, I didn't see the whole thing, and then they showed another like
it's a different voice actor.
Showed it.
Yeah, it sounded like it didn't sound like, you know what I mean, because the original voice actor sounded a lot older. You know what I mean, when he says "got something in my itch," you know. Nah, this sounded completely different for the voice for the merchant. But that scene that I'm talking about with Red Hood, where you know I'm talking about with the ladies who got the chainsaws, he literally deflects it with the knife, and then but one thing you didn't notice though, the knife breaks.
Yeah, like they showed the second set of footage, like a recap thing, where it was like a split second, and I saw it, and I was like, okay, good. Because if they made a knife indestructible with that stuff, I would have been like...
They did that with the original, though. They did that with the original. Like, the knife could cut through anything. That was, like, the main thing you used to kill Krauser. Remember? You had to, like, kill him with the knife. You couldn't kill him with the gun. You had to shoot it. You had to aim for his legs and cut him. So... Damn, how's that going to work now if the knife breaks? You know what I mean? When you fight Krauser, are you just going to get Krauser's knife at the end of the game?
I think they're just going to change it up.
Yeah.
That's what I think is going to happen. It's not going to be the same.
I'm saying, they probably going to give you Krauser's knife. You probably get his dope-ass knife, because he had a dope-ass... That knife was fire for the game, so...
Yeah,
God, so many memories.
$60, by the way.
$60?
Across the board. Yeah.
Dude, that's a steal. That is a
Resident
steal.
4 is cross-generation, $60 for the standard edition, $70 for the deluxe. And I think if you get PS4 version, you get a free upgrade to PS5.
Oh, double platinum. Let's go. And that's for the ultimate edition, $70.
Deluxe.
Deluxe is what, 70 or 80?
70.
Okay, yeah. So either I'm copping that. That's definitely going on the list.
Someone mentioned y'all think we still going to have QuickTime events? No.
From what we're looking at, yeah, nah, not from what we've seen, especially with the new walking mechanics, how they did the tension. This one, it feels a little bit not necessarily grounded like the first one, because probably like the last one was stiff. The original was kind of stiff. You can barely move. You had that one little animation. No, this has like more freedom with the camera. They really gave you like that full-fledged control. I don't think you're gonna have QuickTime events. If you do, I think that'd be weird, unless they got like an Easter egg. You know what I mean? Like a mode.
A lot of QTEs were so campy in that game too. So I was just
way
like,
too
dude,
many.
On the rail stuff, you're probably just gonna get cutscenes for it.
Yeah, I expect Resident Evil 2 remake level of freedom in this, without interruptions, and just much more faster, which is all we need. A lot of people complaining about the wolf. Don't be happy that the wolf died, because that just tells you that they're probably reshooting everything, including the fight scenes, and it's going to be a lot more dark. Yeah, like I remember that scene with Lewis. Remember Lewis, Red Hood, when he gets stabbed through the chest and he has the vial. Imagine how much more graphics going to be in this remake when he dies.
Oh yeah.
Or that's if he dies that way. You know what I mean? Unless they're redoing
My thing
it.
is thinking about what they'll do next after 4. The team talking two's team, 2 remake because they're working on 4. What graphics they're going to get once it's just current gen.
You know, we'll probably see more of the same of 4, but this refined. You know what I mean? Until we get to like the pro units. You know what I mean? I think that makes some sense. You're probably gonna see just the craft get better. You know what I mean? It's gonna be more refined, and then that's it, and that's gonna be your staple. You know what I mean? It's pretty soon you're gonna go to a point where you're gonna be like, okay, so the baseline, right? I guess you can say would be Resident Evil 4 remake. Because remember how like Resident Evil 2 remake is like the baseline for how they're doing combat wise. You know what I'm saying? So now it would make sense that would be their template for visuals. So I can see that being the case.
I know they were also saying that they mentioned it, not in the stream. I think it was an interview or something like Code Veronica will not be remade. They said there's no remake for that. So my like I said, my theory is that they're gonna remake 5.
Don't do that.
And then 6 is gonna be an entirely different game. I think also 5 might not even be co-op either. I think it's just gonna be also very different, kind of like 4.
I don't think that's gonna. Well, okay, matter of fact, no. Maybe it's got hope because Shiva was annoying. Unless they do like a separate ways approach, you know what I mean? Like or Resident Evil 2, no, Resident Evil 3 remake. Remember how they take control away from you, give you control to Shiva, and they'll switch back and forth between her and Chris. Maybe that's what they'll do. I don't know. A lot of people didn't like that. I didn't like that. I would prefer.
Oh, they just make Shiva a companion in certain instances, but it's not co-op.
Yeah, or just do what just do a Resident Evil 2 remake did. You know what I mean? Have a and B.
Yeah, that could be a thing too. Exactly.
That's better than that for sure.
And then I mentioned like 6, like absolutely is going to be a redo. It's not going to be the same story. It's literally a reboot. It's not entirely different.
Yeah. Well, they got.
I don't think 7 even reference 6 anything like that, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I think this new timeline from RE1 remake all the way to even 6 is the new timeline that they're just going to do. And then the old games. And
the alternate perfect timeline to fix the bullshit. Because RE6 was terrible with the camera and everything. So I'm guessing.
And all the quick time events were so bad.
Absolutely. Damn. So, you got me thinking. If Resident Evil 5 does get the remake and they redo Wesker, I'm guessing they're gonna make him dark and gritty, not all campy, which ended up making its way into that movie. When he threw the sunglasses, you should have brought more, Red Hood. Those little sunglasses. I'm like, dude, who throws his sunglasses? They were trying way too hard. Oh man, well that's it for Resident Evil. I'm excited, man. Definitely look forward to that. Looking forward to that.
They talked about what do you call it? Ethan's daughter. DLC coming out like I think next week, right?
Yeah, Village. Yeah, the Village DLC. That looks good. Surprisingly, that looks good. Do you feel like that could have been a standalone game though, or do you think they're kind of pushing their luck? With
I don't know how many hours. Did they say what the playtime is for that?
Nah, it's like they highlighted it, but then they moved on to it towards the mercenaries. 'Cause, you can play as Lady D, and the brother, the magnetic guy who could shoot, the projectiles. That looks like it's gonna be fun, regardless. But still, I am kind of questioning, like, what else can we do? You know what I mean? Like, what else is gonna happen with this? But,
Also, they showed off Resident Evil Village when it comes to the third-person mode, and I kind of called it. The cutscenes will not change. It's going to be first-person.
Yeah.
But they translated it well because then they just moved the camera back, and then you're in third-person.
Yeah. So it
looks good though.
Yeah, the third person. I'm surprised this game was never in third person to begin with.
Even you can play it right now. You know that. Right?
Yeah, this is a demo. It's out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's out.
Okay. What's up? Looks good though. Looks good. Shout out to the crew. We interviewed the entire cast pretty much. Shout out to them, Becca, everybody. Fantastic work. Looking forward to playing that. Moving on from that though, I'm gonna. Boy. I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna give Red Hood his moment to kill the show.
Kill.
Go
Kill
ahead.
the show? What are you talking
I'm
about?
gonna let him go ahead and say it. Go ahead.
Final Fantasy 16, baby. That trailer was so good. Same day it came out with Resident Evil 4 Remake. And my, dude, the story, the graphics, the combat, chef's kiss, man. This shit's like looking really good. And not shocked how well it was presented, and learning more about the dominance and the icons, and dominance basically, dying from overusing the icons is looking really good. It's looking like a contender for sure next year. It's going to be very competitive next year. I'm dead ass. It's going to be a great year for gaming. This year, not so much, man. I don't know, man. This year for gaming has just been like kind of.
What is it gonna do next year? It's gonna be a contender.
Yeah, contender, sure.
Yeah, the contender.
You keep doing that, but Dustin agrees with me too.
Who's Dustin?
Oh man, you don't remember our guest for RGT?
But what does that mean? Does that mean Dustin's words are better than my own words?
Your
man,
words? What did you say? Wait.
Dustin
What did you? Wait. Let's go into what you said last night.
What
When
did I
you were
say
being
last
honest
night?
about the Final Fantasy 16 trailer. You were like, looks pretty good. You're like, I'm surprised too. Like in terms of how mature it is.
You got proof of me saying this or what?
Do you want me to like, dude? I hate that you do this all the time because it's like I don't record my friend's audio, but you guys make it so hard that it's like but no, I would not do that to you.
Dustin
I would not
Furman.
record
Of course
it.
you wouldn't.
Shout out to Dustin Furman.
But no, like it looks good. I know Blaze
No.
is gonna get the game.
Dustin's cool, bro, but the fact that he said Dustin, like, oh, that means I have to obey
Dude,
to
you
him.
wanted me to bring you up. I was gonna use you for last, but then you would have just been like the same way you are now, and you were just like,
Thank you, Coon.
No.
See, he believes me, man. That's what I'm saying. I would
Yo,
never co-sign that. Ever.
don't listen to Blaze. Blaze literally is guilty. Absolutely.
John
guilty.
Benjamin, come on, brother. You know that, man. No, but listen, I'll give him a little bit of credit here. Okay. The game looks, it looks like a normal fucking game for once. Listen, I'm not a Final Fantasy guy. It looks soulsy. It looks really cool. The powers, the powers look cool. It doesn't look too over the top, like that Final Fantasy shit. Like, I'm not with it, but like this Final Fantasy looks like it has a darker tone with an intriguing storyline, with cool weapons, cool powers. So I'm actually, for once, I like this. I like the path they're going with this Final Fantasy. I like the darker tone to it. I like the way that some of the characters look too in their armors and shit. So
Okay.
And the settings too, the biomes look beautiful too, like gorgeous, like ice one, like the straight up like literally like dead biome, and it's just like, and then it's like Game of Thronesy in a way in terms of like
Glad you brought
politics
that
and
up.
war.
Man, I'm glad you
Yeah,
brought up games
like
of
someone mentioned it, and I was like, no, that person's right. It very much feels like there's going to be a lot of like war going on between all the regions, so looking great.
hey, Sean Benjamin.
He said, "That's too
What you gotta understand, brother. Sean Benjamin, listen to me. I know you think you're safe at RGT land, but I'm the Empire. So even though I got 2 strikes, I'm the Empire. I call the strikes. Don't forget that. You know what I mean? You won't be fixed. You won't be a mechanic too long with those comments. You heard?
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna say this too. When Blaze gets this game, and I get this game, Big Cloud's gonna be like, "Man, I'm gonna have to get this game now."
No.
And then he's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, the game's so amazing, this and that."
Now,
I
Final
always
Fantasy
said
looks
this game
great.
was gonna be
Didn't-
awesome.
didn't-
Blah blah blah.
Question. Didn't you say that about the last Final Fantasy that I'm supposed to be streaming?
Dude, you keep. You know what? You want to bring that up when the Final Fantasy VII remake.
That's your
Honestly,
credibility right there.
I don't want to hear it when it comes from you playing Ratchet and Clank and all this other stuff. Because you be talking all this stuff about these games. And listen, I like Ratchet and Clank, but don't be like trying to say, "Oh, this game is."
Am I hearing something? Am I hearing something?
Fatality.
I'm just saying. You definitely got a fatality.
I don't know about
Gave that to
fatality. I don't know about no
But no, but
fatality.
you still
I
gotta.
don't know about no.
You honestly still have to finish that bet and that agreement we
You
had.
still haven't
and,
finished Final Fantasy, Big Cloud? Come on, man. I would have beat that on stream.
Yeah, you think this man loves
you
collecting
thought-
like all everything? You hate to see it.
You thought Big
If that was
Cloud-
on PlayStation with trophy support, he'd have beat it and had a platinum already.
No.
No,
Is that right, Big
you
Cloud?
got a platinum for Gotham Knights.
Exactly.
Different story.
Come on, man. Where's my gunshots at?
Yeah, exactly.
Different story. Oh, a different story. Batman's not weeaboo. Anyway,
Oh yeah, that Batman's so good, eh?
No,
that's definitely weeaboo.
It's definitely not weeaboo, but it's a different kind of tier, and it's not weeaboo. We'll get to that in a second. Moving on to another thing that happened. The voice actor of Bayonetta is calling for gamers to boycott Bayonetta 3 because she claims she was offered what, $3,000, $4,000 to play the character again. And
At first, Big Cloud, though, at first I'm like, this girl had a great opportunity to become a voice actor in the first party exclusive, but I had no idea that she had voice acted the previous two Bayonetta games. So it just goes to show you, like, so voice actors don't make enough money, period. One, two, unless you're a big name, unless you're Nolan North or
Troy Baker.
Yeah.
Troy
Nolan
Baker.
North, Troy Baker,
Laura Bailey,
and a few others have pretty much like became the mainstreams.
Those are like the top three. It feels like. Jennifer
But dude,
Hale, you know what? I'll say Jennifer Hale.
$4,000? Like, really? You can't. I've voice acted. I'm the voice of your
multi-billion-dollar game, and I'm only making $4,000. That's wild.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But boycotting, no. Yeah.
So
just because you didn't agree to terms doesn't mean we have to boycott.
So there was a lot to this story, right? That was the initial story that came out in Platinum Games. Before that said she had a scheduling conflict. That was it. It looked like that wasn't the case. Then Jason Schreier and then somebody corroborated. I think Andy Robinson from VGC. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But basically got a document from Platinum Games, and it said that wasn't the case. Basically, it was that she was going to get $4,000 per session, which was like $20,000 in total or something like that. And
still low. That's still low.
It is still low, right? But no one knows who's really telling the truth in terms of it. Jason believes Platinum Games. The voice actress for Bayonetta for 1 and 2 said, it's a lie. I don't know how she could prove it or whatnot, but it's not looking good for her. I'll say this too, like, I'm keeping it real. Bayonetta is a niche series. Like, if we're being honest,
I like Bayonetta, dude. Honestly,
yeah,
like
but you can admit it's a niche series. It only sells 1 to 2 million.
Yeah, but why should it? I don't know. You know why it's niche? Because Nintendo, because Platinum, right? Isn't Platinum makes that? Who makes that?
It's Platinum. Yeah, it's Platinum.
Okay, they went over here like, oh, Bayonetta would never been possible, but Platinum puts out all these hit or miss games constantly, but they're saying Bayonetta wouldn't have been platform. Like, stop making these other bullshit games and put your money into Bayonetta, and then you would have had that game on multiple platforms and you would have sold a lot more copies. But no, you dropped your knees to Nintendo and said, like, basically without Nintendo's help, there would be no Bayonetta. A new Bayonetta, which, I like Bayonetta, and I think a lot of people, if they just tried it, seeing a bitch in some nice spandex with some cheeks cutting people up, like, I'm with it.
Wasn't it? I mean, they already got dethroned at this point, in my opinion, and the eyes of the
they
gamer
definitely
with that
Black
new
Baron
game.
telling me on my podcast, sorry to interrupt you, Big Club, but Black Baron's left a super chat and he said, Rev, he said to Rev, like, Bayonetta 3 is going to be game of the year, so just go ahead and, like, Black Baron must be smoking some, I think it'll be a cool game, but game of the year, no way.
Baron ate too many clotheslines.
Like, he could have made the argument for Breath of the Wild 2 or something like that.
Yeah, but not Bayonetta. Yeah.
But not Bayonetta, bro. It's going up against Elden Ring and God of War.
Not only that, though,
so.
Bayonetta has kind of just been an afterthought after the god-awful performance we saw on the Switch.
And listen, look, I know Sean Benjamin's probably going to get in his feelings because every time I bring up the Switch is a underperforming machine. That's it. Like, you can't tell me everybody on this panel would take Bayonetta on a PC, which you could do anyway. But you like just imagine Bayonetta fully pushed to his max potential. Like, I'm talking about high resolution textures, just more.
Yeah.
Just it's just
Well,
a
but
goddamn shame.
you're seeing it with 2 games.
It
You're
will
seeing
look
it
like
with 2 games.
Stellar. It would look like
Yeah,
Stellar
Stellar
Blade.
Blade
Yeah,
and
Stellar Blade.
DMC5.
Yeah. Stellar
Right.
Blade is what Bayonetta 3 should look like. Period.
Right.
But it doesn't look like that. It's held back. It doesn't look anything like that. And that's crazy.
But
Jenna-
that Switch OLED is sure looking mighty fine. Trust me, I'm real tempted to buy one.
Don't do, bro. You already got a freaking device already. Don't buy another thing.
No, you know, it really looks good for the first party games. I don't know, but a Steam Deck can play all the Switch first party games anyway. So
Mm-hmm. And then some. And then some.
Oh.
Shout out to Sony. I see Sony throwing all the support on that thing. That's basically the Vita too.
Basically.
That's
At that
basically
point-
the Vita too.
that- I told Blaze he can change the boot up for the Steam Deck, and then I wouldn't be shocked if Blaze puts like a PlayStation, like the PlayStation sound effect or a little logo popping up.
Wait, you can do that?
Supposedly, yeah.
Damn, that's fire. That's fire. Damn, Sony out here really supporting that shit.
I bought all the keyboards. You know, on the Steam Work, the Point Shop, you can buy like, you can buy like keyboards for it, right?
Yeah.
Like overlays.
Like, I
and
think
shit.
it like the one of the overlay or whatever you said, the keyboard. Like I got that from a pre-order. One of them
Yeah.
for like the Steam Deck.
I
Yeah.
spent $684 on the Steam Deck, and I got like 68,000 points
Damn.
immediately. And actually, my bank. By the way, I just got a message from my bank because they thought it was fraud 2 days ago.
Uh-huh.
So,
Oh, they asked
Do
you,
that.
did you do this?
yeah.
Yeah,
Jennifer Hale is the voice of Rivet from Ratchet and Clank. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, she seemed real humbled about the whole situation. She didn't really, you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't rubbing her face. The other voice actress who voiced Bayonetta is like, oh, she doesn't deserve to voice this character. No disrespect. I'm like, bruh, you're just coming across real
Yeah, you definitely
weird.
don't say that in general.
Yeah,
Like,
you're coming across really entitled and weird at the same time, and it's just, it ain't a good look. And make no mistake about it, they can easily replace you. Look at Frieza in Dragon Ball Z. How many different voice actors voiced that character? You could be replaced easily. It's not a big deal. So
Yeah.
let's not do this.
Yeah, but she did the previous two. Like, listen, all right,
She did, but at
yeah,
the
but
same
all right, but
time-
like accommodate her a little bit, bro. She's like,
Yeah.
what if she's asking for like 50? I don't know what's
The
what's a fair price.
the rumor was from not Jason saying Platinum Games for whatever reason asked for 6 figures. I don't know if that's true.
6 figures. I don't know.
6 figures is, I mean,
I'd just say pay the girl, man. She's done your previous 2 games. Just pay her with, like, you know what I mean? Like, and then
yeah.
and then it just goes to show you, like, how much support does this game really have? And on top of that, like, when's this game coming out? Because,
Yeah.
like, why are we just hearing about, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's
Right
just a
now,
lot of questions.
right?
on it.
Well, why not before?
The
you know?
marketing has been kind of atrocious about this game, and I think this biggest marketing push is literally this whole controversy. It's like the most
Yeah, her video.
Most we ever heard about Bayonetta 3 is this.
no
bullshit.
in general,
Right.
not even 3. The entirety of Bayonetta.
her video response on Twitter got more views than the damn game reveal and everything. So
But-
it's
But shout out to pieces of shit on Twitter, because pieces of shit on Twitter rather watch some drama-filled bullshit than actually watch game. It just goes to
Yeah.
show you where people's heads are at. They're worried about the drama and sales and the suits instead of worrying about like what's the game got to offer. Like they're worried
Yeah.
about the backstory of it. Like it's so ass backwards. I don't understand it.
that's just wild. Though. Like you never thought you hear this, especially from Platinum Games and especially from Nintendo. Like imagine Sony had this issue with Christopher Judge who's playing Kratos. You know what I mean? Or Nolan North who plays on Drake. That'd be weird. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, there would have been so much
Yeah.
Sony's anti-consumer. These bots would have been running for
That's
a
what I'm
month
saying.
with this. They would have been on their highlights of all their podcasts, and it's like, get in
Yeah,
here, bro.
so it's a weird look overall. It's a bad look. Now her saying like, oh, boycott the game, boycott the work of the team. I mean, again, I understand she's pissed, but let's not do this. And people already spoke their mind. They're saying that they're not boycotting. A lot of people are saying that they're not boycotting. So it is what it is in that regard. But my best of luck to her. You know what I mean? Hopefully everything works out and she's fine. But right now, it's just like, dude, this is, you know what I mean? It's a bad look overall. So there's that, man. There's that. Moving on. What else happened? So I don't know if the Hunter's going to join us. We might have to do that for another stream, though. I don't know.
Yeah, we should. We should save it.
Yeah, I might have to save that one
like a
particular
separate.
topic. Yeah, I might have to do that because I'm gonna have to ask him for that separately. But that one we need to really talk about that because a lot of people don't understand it. But I'm just gonna move on to Gotham Knights, and I guess we'll just close it. I just want to do that. Move on to Gotham Knights. So shout out to everybody who saw my review. I know you guys were asking where the hell you been, Big Cloud. In the midst of that, I was playing that. Got it 8 days early. Shout out to WB Games at WB Games Montreal. We played the game, or I played the game, platinum the game today, put multiple hours into it. It didn't take too long to really beat this game. This game, if you guys saw my review, it's the story. There's some stuff I didn't answer. Like, for example, how long is the story overall? The overall story is like 6 hours, maybe 7 hours. If you
Did
don't
you just say WB Hunter all? What'd you say?
Shut the fuck up. But
Never mind.
the game's like 6-7 hours.
See what I did there?
I know you did. Bastard. Fucking kick you out the damn window. But 6-7 hours long for the damn main story. What's up, Raid? 6-7 hours for the main story. Everything else on the side you can either skip. Don't worry about it whatsoever, unless you're going for the other trophy, which you have to like stop 250 crimes. But again, even if you skip those and just go through the story, you can still do those crimes because they constantly keep repeating itself in the game. So there's that. The game itself was super easy, and it's ironically broken once you add the legendary equipment and stuff into it. I highly recommend you guys check out my review of it. I pretty much laid it all out, but it's hilarious. It was hilarious seeing some of the responses I got for it. Like, some people were saying, like, oh, Big Cloud, the game is good. I'm like, have you played it? He's like, no, but from what I seen, the game's good. I'm like,
Called copium, bro. They're taking the copium.
Reddit, you saw the chat.
Yeah, so I see a lot of them. They're just going.
I give you
into
credit.
it.
That was like an extensive. It
was
like
good.
almost
It was a really
30
good
minutes.
review.
30 minutes. Of it.
Yep.
Like,
It
it
was
was
really
like,
good.
he put a lot of time into that. So definitely check out that review.
I mean, bro, 6-hour story, 6-7 hour story. The puzzles in this game are super easy. A child can beat them. It's not hard whatsoever. I felt like Blaze, like when you're going for the collectible stuff, like when there's guides and stuff like Elden Ring you were talking about, to like find secret weapons, but you're like running around with like a chicken without its, with its head cut off, because you don't know where to go, where to find. You're not, you don't know what to find or look out for.
They were holding your hand in this one.
Yeah, there's none of that in here, but it was funny because they had those stupid batarangs you got to find throughout the world and those stupid pages. Ultimately, you get nothing for doing them. Not even the batarangs, not a message from Bruce, no nothing. Then I show Red Hood. Red Hood hit me up, and it was funny. Ah, man. I can show the video right now, but I don't want to do it. I'll let you guys just play the game. You guys want to play it.
Disgraceful.
This man bought it out.
Travesty.
But Red Hood's like, yo, Big Cloud, is this game going to get like a... He's like, Big Cloud, come on, be honest. Is this game have the possibility of hitting the 80? I'm like, Red Hood, I got on camera like this, y'all. I said, Red Hood, you'd be lucky if this shit hits a 60. He's like, wait, what? I was like, you know what? Let me just show you something. Let me just show you
then
something.
I changed my mind.
Yeah, I was like, let me just show you something. And I showed him the last part of the game, and this man literally was screaming for like 5 minutes, like how bad it was. He's like, yo, that makes no sense. They can't do that. That makes no sense. They count it. No. Like, he was going off. And I was like, bro. I was like, yep. That's how you feel. Imagine how I felt when I saw it the first time. That was my second time. I had to beat the game twice. So, yeah, it's... hopefully they learn from this. Hopefully.
Yeah, or another 6 or 7 years later.
Yeah, hopefully 6 or 7 years later, when I'm 37, I can look back on this and be proud like this. Like Mr. Miyagi, I'll do the little head. I'll do it too for the video. I swear to God, I'll get on video. I'll be like this.
That 37-year-old Big Cloud get on camera.
I'm gonna do the Mr. Miyagi. I'm gonna like,
Jeez.
I'm gonna do it. But
I'm gonna be like,
but no, I appreciate everybody reached out about the review. A lot of you guys were hitting me up off air when y'all saw me playing it. Some of you were shocked. I had like 50 people hit me up like, "Oh, Duke, you sure play it?" I'm like, "No, sir, I cannot." It's things called embargoes, people. And those things are meant not to be broken. When you break an embargo, you set yourself up for other failures. And, God, I wish Hunter was here to talk about this because there was some wild stuff that happened in regards to embargoes. But, what up, Superior Artist? What's up? But it's...
I'll tell you, though, when the game gets an embargo date, like the day before the game's coming out, that's
or
a
the
bad
day of.
sign.
Yeah.
Or the day
That's
of.
that's a red flag, bad sign.
Yeah.
You see God of War? They
Nope,
already
that's
gave
like
out copies. They're
3
already
weeks
like
ahead.
they're so confident.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then the reviews are gonna be a week before the game comes
But
out.
but you notice this, though, right? They kind of flex with it, Blaze. They gave them 3 weeks in advance to people who already got a good track record with embargoes.
and previews now today.
There you go. So you kind of got to look at it like that, too. It's like, dude, you have to really understand that. You have to legit respect it. A lot of people, don't get me wrong, it's cool to have something early. It's cool to be excited to play something early. In my case, I had it 8 days earlier. I was excited. I was like, just playing the game, right? It was like, damn, seeing how many people are playing it, something that you rarely see. A damn game got 0.000 because I'm the first. I'm one of 3 or 5 who are playing this, and to see that stuff, but to leak it and put that info out there before the date. No. Like some people do it for the quick clicks. You guys saw it on YouTube, and guess what? They also got hit with copyright strikes and stuff like that, bro. It's serious. A lot of people think it's a joke. It's not just no joke. You can lose everything. One leak. What's up, Kayla? Welcome. But it's a big deal, people. It's a big deal. Oh man, that's crazy. That whole situation involving one particular streamer, so here's the story about this guy before we close it down. This guy put out in the title of his stream, he put embargoes, and he put psh, like it was a joke, and they thought he was intentionally breaking the embargo, but he wasn't. He didn't break it at all. He had like a time of when he could do the stream, and there was two different times. It's like one for UK, one for the US, something like that, and he got it mixed up. But basically, he did it right. He followed the protocol. And tell me why, as soon as he followed the protocol, whatever, the hiccup was on their end. The guys who sent the stuff out, they were like, "Yo, he broke the code, he broke the embargo, he did all this, that, and third." Tell me why a homie went and tried to get this man blacklisted immediately, without even doing a thorough research. One screw up can screw up everything. I'm telling you, that's how bad it is. But also, it goes to show just how cutthroat this whole thing can be too. If someone is that quick to try to get you blacklisted over an honest mistake on their front, that should tell you something right there about how this stuff works. So, my advice, man, to everybody who gets stuff early. I don't care if you get it a day early. I don't care if you get a week early, 3 weeks early. I don't care if you got it a month early. Some things is best to keep to yourself until that day. Because at the end of the day, you hurt us all. Right now, it got so bad with Gotham Knights, people, that tell them, Red, what are they talking about with their future games? WB Montreal is talking about giving their games to damn DC specific channels. I want you to let that process for a second. Guys like Comic Storian, guys like Jesus Christ, what's the other channel name? But guys like Comic Storian, a few other of these channels, like for example, let's say Evan Farlarker, shout out to Evan, Spider-Man, right? But picture those channels are the only channels that get access to stuff like that early, and you don't get those chances no more.
I wanted to say this too because I
ahead,
noticed like if that happens to be true, because like that would suck, because like the issue with those channels, right, is they make content on DC, things, DC video games, DC properties, DC movies, DC TV shows. So when you have those channels,
Yeah.
their content is based on that. So why would they want to bash the game even though it's bad? And then they get the people that are hardcore DC fans that also don't want to give it criticism and go to those channels and basically talk to other people.
Crowd control.
It's just weird to me.
That's what it is, crowd control. Because let's face it, let's face it. The as soon as the reviews dropped for Gotham Knight, what happened, Red Hood? What happened? What happened? What happened?
Yeah.
You saw a few. Now there was one review that made me laugh my ass off because I immediately said,
I think it's
the one that
Blaze
said it's
posted.
better. Is the one that dude said, "Yo, it's better than Elden Ring." Red Hood, Blaze. You remember that? You there?
Oh, yeah. No,
Bro,
I remember that.
my man said it's a 9.95. It's better than Elden Ring. I'm sitting here crying. I'm like, what game did you play? He said it's better than Elden Ring. It's a 95, a captivating story.
You just want attention, bro. It's only
Red Hood, you saw that ending. Captivating story?
Definitely wasn't. A lot of it wasn't
That's
captivating.
A captivating
It's
story?
weird. It's weird too. Also.
Oh, the Court of Owls, man. The Court of Owls are the greatest things in sliced bread.
Yeah.
Red Hood. You saw how the Court of Owls were at the end of that damn game. What purpose did the Court of Owls serve again?
They were just thrown out to the wind, bro. What purpose did they have afterwards? They didn't. It's like at the end, remember us? It's like
This is what we're doing now?
all
This is what we're doing? We're giving it to that. We're doing this? Like, come on, stop. Be honest. I get it. You want to protect the connection. You want to say, yo, the game is great, right? You want to keep that partnership, that bridge going. But keep in mind, bro, at the end of the day, a review is a critique, right, of the product. It doesn't matter if it's a movie, a food, in this case, a video game. You have to be honest. Is it good or bad? That's what people want to know. That's what they come to you for. Is it good or bad?
Same. Like
That's
why I
it.
meant to people like if Spider-Man's not good. People in the podcast would tell you if it's not good.
Yeah.
They won't sugarcoat it. But like I said, even when it comes to Spider-Man, you don't go to a Marvel channel specifically to get a review for a Marvel game. It's
And that
like,
is the
no,
facts. That is the facts. Like,
It goes
yeah.
to other content creators, not Marvel specific. Because I hate this that certain people are using. Well, you have to be a fan of the comics in order for it to be better. It's like, dude, I'm
No.
a fan of comics. I think it's freaking crap. A lot of the stuff they contradict within the comics. And listen, it doesn't have to be 1-to-1. But when you get character personality traits wrong and bad voice acting and not fluid gameplay and you have to fight with a camera
Preach.
like majority of the time. And dude, I even saw him Big Cloud's freaking stream where he was like, not stream of the video where he was stuck in a corner and he was hitting an enemy that was like right here and he was like right here and I was like, bro, what am I watching?
And I said, I was like, listen. You was like, what am I watching? You was laughing. I'm sitting there going, motherfucker, I had to deal with this shit for 7 hours. Actually, over 7 hours. Enjoy.
Yeah,
and I had to look at you in the camera. I was like, dog, listen. And you still think this shit? You really thought this shit had a chance of hitting an 80? No.
And listen, would I want that game to be good? Yes, I would love for Gotham Knights to be good.
Yeah.
But it just was not meant to be.
And shout out. And here's the thing too. Like, and I said this. I love Arkham Origins. You didn't like Arkham Origins. I thought Arkham Origins was good for story. And, you know what I mean? I liked Arkham Origins for that. Yeah, the combat wasn't as good as the previous, right? But I thought they did good with the story. I thought they at least nailed the atmosphere, right? The tension, so to speak, to start up that universe. Thought they did a good job of years. I thought it was good for that. Even the soundtrack. I was like, you know what? This is not half bad. They did good. But when we got to this, I'm like, bro, what am I playing? At first I'm thinking, yo, is this Teen Titans? Because the way the soundtrack was going, they had this lame soundtrack. I remember I played it for you. You were sitting going, there's no way this is in this game. I'm like, dog, this was in this game. The soundtrack's so bad. I'm like, is this Teen Titans? And then we had that conversation. Maybe it's for the younger generation. If it's for the younger generation, right? You do that in a different way. You don't do that. You don't have Red Hood teleporting like a Force ghost flying through the air to get to the rooftops. You don't have these characters not having the ability to do the dive bomb Fly, you don't give that to Batgirl and not everybody else. See what I'm saying? You're dividing the community of all things. Why do you have to choose them for basic stuff like traversal? That is stupid. Terrible design choice. Terrible. Combat, I give them props for combat in terms of like the animations and takedowns. Those are great. That's actually nice. I actually like those. But story, terrible. Terrible story. Court of Owls was good up to the point where they were treated like a bunch of bums. After a certain character is introduced, you know what I'm talking about, Red Hood. You knew where the story was going to go. You knew exactly where the story was going to go. Terrible. And then the big reveal, which it wasn't even a big reveal, because funny, we joked about the big reveal, Red Hood, before we even got the game. We joked about it. It's like, dude, this is gonna happen. When it happened, you were just sitting there crying. I'm sitting there going, bro. You should have seen my face when it happened. I was like, bro, if that's what I think it is, it is. I'm like,
then how they handled it was even worse afterwards.
The dialogue is terrible, especially him.
No.
Oh yeah, terrible.
What's crazy is people don't realize too is WB Montreal had like 2 projects before this.
Yeah.
Both canceled.
Yeah.
They had a Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
Which that's why they were hinting at Arkham Origins. That got canceled, and then they had a Batman Beyond game.
Yep.
Which with Damian Wayne.
Thank God that got canceled. I would hate to see them. I was here for that to make it. I would hate.
That what does that tell you, bro? Tells them that they're not a really good studio. So
they got potential. That's the thing. They got potential to do something good. That's why I don't want to go out and be harsh to say they're not a good studio. They got potential. The talent's there. You know what I mean? The problem is the direction's not there. You know, you launching a game, you're trying to be super ambitious, where you launching a game that's CPU intensive, right? Where you can't even give them no load times. You know what I mean? You can't give them a world that has NPCs running around, or in this, like, how do we have NPCs running all through Arkham City and Arkham Knight? You know what I mean? And this was on PS4. And those games gradually got better in terms of visuals. You had more people on the ground, and you had a damn vehicle, Red Hood. Come on, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for this. They need to go back to the drawing board. If they want to continue with these 4 characters, okay, cool, do that. But you need to rethink your priorities next time you make this game. Gotham, it looks cool from a vibrant standpoint, but they need to go back. They need to take some steps back with how Gotham looks and push that forward. They really do.
Yep.
I mean, well, Donald, Batman Beyond, there's 2 Batman Beyonds. There's Terry McGinnis, which we all know and love from the Batman Beyond TV show. And then there's the other one where he's like an anti-hero thing. But I know it's weird. But yeah, you could do that still. So it's going to be interesting. But that's it. I got nothing to say about Gotham Knight, man. You see my review, I appreciate it. If you guys didn't see it, it's on the channel. Appreciate you guys give that a listen. Let me know what you guys think. I let it all out. It's the truth, man. You need more truth like that in the industry. You do. Because the reason why I say you need more like that in the industry is because it doesn't hurt nobody. It helps us all. They get the feedback that they need, and ultimately we all benefit. Why? Because they take that and they fix it. I'm not saying they got to lower the resolution to fix the frame rate, because that's not going to do it. No. They need to redo the whole thing to fix the frame rate for that game. And that's just going to... That ain't going to happen until you get the new game from them. So, that's it. That's my honest thoughts on Batman Gotham Knight. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Red Hood, you got any things you want to say to the people?
In terms of what? For Gotham Knight?
In general. I mean, I know you were like losing brain cells. You were pulling your hair out. That's why you're wearing a hat today. So.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I feel like I said majority of the things I needed to say. It's just I don't know, like people also saying like, "Oh, Red Hood kills." It's like, no, he doesn't. He's using rubber bullets. Let's stop this.
Correction, he's using armor piercing,
armor-piercing
rubber
rubber
bullets,
bullets, yeah.
which again, if it's armor piercing, they're lethal.
Yeah, I don't know. They're using magic bullets, bro. At this point, it's just dumb. Everything.
Yeah, he's
about
shooting
this game
stupidity. That's what he's shooting. Stupidity.
was really dumb, and even like I said, I saw the ending, right, and even how the ending was, it doesn't even give you a true conclusion.
Nope.
About getting all the knights together and talk about what happened. No, it's
It
not
just
like
favors
that
who
at
you pick. Did you notice that? It favors who you pick. It's not like all of them are in the shot.
all. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and, you know, here's a wild part. I didn't say this in my review because I forgot to say this, but for those of you wondering how the personalities are for that game, to everybody in the chat, they're basically the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I kid you not. I kid you not. Like, Nightwing is Leonardo. The hothead of the group is Red Hood, aka Raphael. You got Robin as the tech geek / cool dude. And then you got the Brainiac, Donatello, aka Batgirl. That's literally their personalities. I kid you not. In the game, you got Red Hood and Nightwing fighting each other. I shit you not. That's how the story is. Play the game if you won't believe me. Play the game, you'll notice it immediately. It's stupid. They didn't even they weren't even creative with that. I forgot to throw that in the review, but that's literally what it is. Hey, man. Anyway, shout out to them for the review code. Appreciate it. It was a cool experience. I enjoyed my time, I guess. Platinumed it. Done. Moving on. Down the road here. Red Hood. Blaze, appreciate y'all coming through. Let's shut this one down. Red Hood,
right.
say what's up say about it, people. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Hit that like button if you enjoyed today's show.
Yeah, make sure to hit the like button. Check me out, Twitch, Redwood 420, live streams on weekdays, so check that out. So, finishing Dead Space and some other horror games. So look forward to that. I think Friday might be the Rose DLC, so I'll probably play that too on live stream, so check that out. Do movie news, game news, talking,
Don't
all that stuff.
don't tune in for that. You tune here for that. I'm the only news
Oh,
channel.
no, sir. This man doesn't do that. Go to Red Hood 420 Twitch. I appreciate the support. Support is always growing, and I appreciate that all the time. So check that out. Twitter, Red Hood 240. YouTube as well. So Red Hood 420. So appreciate it. Good episode. And wish Hunter was here, but
Yeah, I know. We
He
already
wasn't
know.
here.
I know. I can't even disclose what that dude can't do. I'm shout out to Hunter. Red.
I
Blaze.
know why.
I
I know why.
know.
Why is that here?
Yeah, we know. Blaze.
Yo,
Say what's up to the people, man. I'll be shut it down.
yeah, no, it's a good show, good topics. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I said, if we can do another, maybe like a single show, going over,
Yeah.
with Hunter and stuff, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, good show. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate y'all. And we going to Mooch's, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so. Yep.
Yeah, we're going over to Crossfire. So you guys want us to check out Mooch show? We're gonna be over there. It's gonna be it's gonna be interesting today. I'll tell you that. But anyway, shout out to y'all. Appreciate you, and y'all have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. Be blessed. Be easy, and like always, man, much love. Appreciate everybody who comes through, supports the works, and we out of here, man. Peace. Dun, 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 dun.